Hello friends, SentinalH here, and welcome back to our ChromatiCraft tutorial series. So in this video, I'm also taking a break from cores just because I'm not really feeling that well this week, even though it's my vacation week. Unfortunately, I got sick. I must have picked something up on Saturday at a festival that we had, so I haven't really felt up to making an in-depth, sort of difficult to make video maybe, but so we're going to take a look at another block, another machine. This is the item collector from ChromatiCraft. Goes really well with the harvester that we looked at last time, and it's going to do exactly what it says it's going to do. So first we'll go ahead and craft it, and then we'll go and demonstrate it. So in order to make yourself a item collector, the base component is a void core. Void cores are made out of crystal cores, just like so many of the other cores, and they use Kuro shards, Tahara shards, and void essence. So you gotta have your void core, stick it in there, and then it's a fairly complex layout. It's not that tough though. Aura conducting ingots and iron bars. So we'll place aura conducting ingots in the outer corners, and if you want to know how to make those, check out the alloying video that I made. And then we put the iron bars just next to those. Void essence on the top and the bottom. Resonating ingots go on the inner corners. Motive dust, redstone, slime. So we need the motive dust on the left and right in the centers, slime ball on the top, hopper on the bottom, and then we need 2 redstone dust. One there, one there. And there we go. We're also going to need some Lumen energy. You'll require Kuro, Ruskia, and Asvesti. Mostly Asvesti, as you can see. About 3/4. Well, it was at 2/3. That's 2/3. Not that much lumen is necessary, but these are the 3 colors that you need. So we'll go ahead and cast that. And there we go. And you actually get 2 of them. So that's pretty sweet. So we'll jump back over to our building site here. So yeah, it's pretty cool that you get 2 of them. It makes it that much cheaper. Because these are pretty useful things. Alright. So if you remember, we had a situation set up over here where we had growth accelerators set up on this farm, producing a lot of crops. So obviously we want to collect these crops. That's where the item collector comes in. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go right over here. I already have a Lumen Relay set up because the item collector uses the Lumen Relay just like the elemental harvester. So they're perfect to pair together. Now this does have a limited range of but that range is pretty long. If we look at the item collector, which is way over here in pylon casting, right where the elemental harvester is, the range is 24 blocks horizontally and plus minus, and 1/4 of that vertically. And we'll see what plus minus means when we place it. So before I power it up, we just have it placed. Get rid of that. And we can adjust the range. It can't go higher than 24, but we can turn it down. I'm going to assume that I shouldn't assume anything, but I'm assuming if we turn it down, it's going to use less power, or really, I think the reason you want to turn it down is if you don't want to grab things from outside of wherever it is. So obviously, if we have this turned up to 24, and our farm's only this big, well, if we throw anything on the ground, like over here, it's going to get picked up, possibly. And if we don't want that, we may wish to turn the range down. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the range on this farm. So we could actually turn this down to 4 or 5. So we can see there's a lot of seeds and wheat dropped on the floor. I have this Lumen Relay set up with the input on the bottom. So if I just take and put an Omni Lumen Relay there, set that for the input, as soon as this gets power, so you'll notice, sorry, it received power, but it hasn't done anything. See, it's got Curo and its Vesti, which is the power that it needs, but it's not picking up anything. And the reason for that is that it has a filter. So, what we want to do is place seeds and wheat in there. And bang, it starts picking them up. It makes a cool little sound. And it picks them right up. We've already filled the inventory because of how many we had. I can't shift click things out of the item collector into my inventory. Now, if we do something like... No, I'm trying to put a T in there. If we grab something like the item ducts, or just pretty much any kind of pipe that transfers items, it's not going to come out of there automatically. I need something like a... Is it the servo? No, here it is. Extracts items from something. Extraction rate 3 seconds. We'll go up here to the reinforced one. And we'll just slap that on there. And adjust the settings on this. Oh, I'm not the one who messes with these very often. I think I need to supply that with a redstone signal. But you can see where I'm going with this. There it goes. So this will interface with any sort of item pipe. You could use Buildcraft pipes, but you'd have to put an extracty thing on it. Right? We can also do this with RotaryCraft, with Pneumatic Pipe, if I can find it. There it is. Pneumatic Item Pump. Screwdriver. So we'll just turn that vertically, and then give it some power. These things don't need a whole lot of power, but I just always use the creative industrial coil for things like this. Put that down, put a lever on it. I don't know, 64. Whatever it is. I don't remember how much power it needs. It should work. Required power, required speed, 6256. There we go. Stick another chest on here. Double the storage. Oh yeah, I don't think that works. If I remember correctly, the pneumatic item pump doesn't really like that. But you get the idea. So all you gotta do is put some sort of item extraction system on top of this thing, and you can pull the item straight out. So that's the item collector. It works extremely well as long as you can empty the inventory quickly enough. As you can see, these growth accelerators, they're producing a lot of crops, and we're not able to really collect them as quickly as maybe you'd like. Let's see if we have an item void of some description. Would be helpful. Item void. Do we have trash cans? Yeah. So, let's see if we can insert directly into the trash can. Yeah. Boom. So there's a bunch of stuff on the side over there. If I increase the range, we should start picking that up. There you go. So there we go. That's the item collector. It's extremely useful. But I'm pretty sure if I was to do that, it is picking it up. But it's not going into the trash can. So you can't just stick inventories on top of the item collector. You do have to have a pipe or some way of moving the items, conveying the items. Speaking of conveying, do I have immersive engineering in here? I do. So let's see if we can use conveyor belts. Because that would be cool. I can't rotate them with the elemental manipulator, but I think I can use the screwdriver. No. So we do have to use the engineer's hammer. So we'll just... What? Oh, come on, let me rotate it. I don't know why that wasn't working. So that's not going to work. So it doesn't look like these can be used. So there are limitations to what you can use to pull out, but generally speaking, pipes is what you want. So that's the item collector. It's really useful. It's not getting any more power. Oops. I wonder if we actually drained the crystal that was in the relay source. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Item collector, very useful. It collects the things as soon as they appear. So it's faster than a lot of other auto collection methods. As soon as the items appear, they get collected, which is really good. It'll help you save and cut down on lag if you are generating enormous quantities of entities that are falling on the ground. As soon as the item appears, it's immediately collected. Whereas with certain other things, the item has to fly over and literally be sucked into the block. As long as it's in range, it just disappears and appears inside of the item collector. So it's a lot quicker in that regard. And as you can see, it can pick up a large quantity of items at once. Everything just sort of went bloop, gone. So that's it. It's cool. It's useful. It's a higher level item, like the elemental harvester. So you can see it had a lot of mid-high tier requirements. You know, you have to do the alloying, you got to get the void core. But it's not that bad compared to a lot of the other things. So it's very useful and very cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry this wasn't like a more I'm sorry I couldn't do the core videos. I wanted to get back to doing some more adjacency cores, but I just haven't been feeling very well this week. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Like and comment the video if you did enjoy it. Join our Discord if you'd like to chat with us. I'm SentinalhMC, and I'm signing out.